Hello guys, today we are going to deal with a chapter called sets. This is the first chapter in class 11 NCERT Maths. So, before entering into the questions, exercise questions, first we'll go through the basic introduction of the chapter. Definition of the set. A set is well-defined collection of objects whose elements are fixed and cannot vary from person to person. For an example, the vowels in English alphabet, namely A, E, I, O, U. This is considered as set A. These elements A, E, I, O, U will not vary from one person to another person, which generally means that it is common for every person. So, this can be considered as a set. Next important notation. N generally describes that a set of all natural numbers. Z a set of all integers. Z plus a set of all positive integers. Z minus a set of all negative integers. W a set of all whole number. Q a set of all rational numbers. R a set of all real numbers. C a set of all complex number. Generally, a set is denoted by a capital letter. In an example also, we have described the set A in capital. The elements of the set are represented in small letters. You can see here A, E, I, O, U. Here these elements are generally written in small letters. Types of sets. Empty set. Empty set can also be said as null or void sets. Empty set is generally a set which is containing no elements, which means there is no element in the set. It can also be denoted as phi or m, just a bracket. And the next type of set is finite set. A set which consists of a definite numbers of element is called finite set. In the example, here A, E, I, O, U. Only 5 elements are present in the set A, so it is common. Vowels means there are only 5 in the English alphabets, so it does not vary from one person to another person, so it can be considered as a finite set. Infinite set, a set which consists of infinite or not a definite numbers of elements is called infinite set. For this, an example can be given as a set of natural numbers. Natural numbers. So everyone know that natural numbers will begin from 1 and it will 1, 2, 3 and it will move on till infinity. So we don't have the endpoint, or we don't know the definite numbers. How many elements are there in the set is not known. So it is infinite set. Next is power set. Collection of all subsets of set A is called power set of A. Subset. A set A is said to be a subset of B if every element of A is also an element of B. The symbol of subset can be this one. A is a subset of B can be written as this. And the next type of set is equal sets. Two sets, set A and set B, are said to be equal if they have exactly the same elements, and we can denote it as A is equal to B. It generally means that the elements in set A and set B should be similar. Now we'll look into the example of equal sets. We'll consider two sets, set A and set B. Set X such that this ratio is represented as such that X is a prime number such that x is greater than 1 but less than 10. Now we should look into the statement, that is x should be greater than 1 but less than 10, and it should be prime number. So the elements of the set A are 2, 3, 5, 7, and the set B is given as 2, 3, 5, 7. By seeing these set A and set B, we can easily say that it is an example of equal sets because the elements of set A and set B are similar. And the next type of set is universal set. A set that contains all sets in a given context is called the universal set. It is usually denoted by capital U. Equivalent sets. Two sets are said to be equivalent if they have same number of elements. Number of uh, number of elements of A should be equal to number of elements of B. In equal sets, both the number of elements, here the number of elements are 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the elements now 2, 3, 5, 7, 2, 3, 5, 7. The elements are also similar and the number of the elements are also similar. Therefore, it is considered as equal sets. But in equivalent set, if the elements are not similar also, if the numbers are similar, number of elements in set A and set B are similar, it can be considered as equivalent sets. Now we all know what is set and the types of set, and the next part is to represent a set. There are two methods to represent a set. One is roster form or tabular form, and the second one is set builder form or rule method. In general, for basic understanding, roster or tabular form means describing a set by writing the elements in it. In set builder form means describing a set using statements. So we'll look into the definition of it. Roster or tabular form. In this form, all the elements of the set are listed by separating the elements by comma and are enclosed within brackets. In set builder, in this form, all the elements of the set possesses a single comma property which is not possessed by any element outside the set. In roster form, the set can be represented by writing the elements. The elements in in word school is SCHOL. We have to separate it by commas and the elements should be within the brackets. In set builder form, we have to represent a set using a statement like this. It can be read, the statement can be read as the set of x such that x is a letter in school. This ratio is can be read as such that. Now we'll look into the symbols which will be used in the exercise questions. This symbol is said to be union and the inverted one is said to be the intersection. This means belongs to. This is does not belongs to. Now we'll look into the basic important formulas. Number of A union B is equal to number of A plus number of B minus number of A intersection B. Number of A intersection B is equal to number of A plus number of B minus number of A union B. Number of A minus B is equal to number of A minus number of A intersection B. Number of B minus A is equal to number of B minus number of A intersection B. Number of A union B union C is equal to number of A plus number of B plus number of C minus open bracket number of A intersection B plus number of B intersection C plus number of A intersection C close the bracket plus number of A intersection B intersection C. Hope you have understood today's introduction part of chapter set. Thanks for watching till now. Do subscribe and comment your doubts.